welcome to the Do's and Don'ts of a Festival, a new type of interview that puts the focus on festivals, but only because you guys are going to actually be playing a pretty significant one next month. So thank you for being my guinea pig. We start off very, very simply here, which is Hammer. How the devil are you? How are you currently feeling?
Hammer
Excited.
is, yeah, Hammer's in a damn good place at the moment. I
Yeah.
think, we're on our way to Bloodstock. We've got a new single out next week. We've just wrapped the video up for that. Like, things are going like nicely.
Yeah. It's going gangbusters, man. Couldn't be happier, honestly.
It's what you need, right? Though, like you're approaching an important festival set, but it is still just a set, and you want to have as much momentum going into it, but ultimately as well, you want to have momentum coming out of it as well.
Well,
Yeah,
exactly.
dude, that's
No,
the
just carry
thing.
on.
Nah, sorry, Dale. No,
Sorry.
100%. We don't want to lose that. Like, we spent so much, we put so much energy getting to where we are, and we'd be letting ourselves down if we let Bloodstock be like the be all and end all of it, and just poof and fizzle out. We wanna keep like cracking on. Sorry, Dave. Go ahead, mate.
Like Bloodstock for me, since Hammer started, Bloodstock has been like that's been the goal. But especially since Jim has joined the band, it's like Bloodstock's no longer the goal; it's the start of the journey, as far as I'm concerned. Like someone said, we got an awesome review for Accelerator for our next single coming out, and the person said in the review, like, this is a statement of intent, and it is absolutely true. It's a statement of intent. We are here to I need to watch my language a little bit, I think, but we're here to mess shit up, basically.
Yeah, you're gonna worry too much about language. Aside from the old YouTube algorithm and ad content and crap like that, don't worry about it. We do horror and all of that, so we're well over 18s here, and you'll be the first to swear. So if it does slip out, don't worry too much about that at all. I'm really glad to hear that though, right? Because this year's my 10th Bloodstock, 10th in a row, and me and my wife were looking back at old festivals the other week and looking at some of the bands that have played on the New Blood that we saw, EMP stages or Jaeger as it was, and going, oh shit, what happened to that band? Like, do you know what I mean? Like that really kind of sucks. Many have gone on and carried on and have come back to Bloodstock and played their bigger stages, but far too many seem to have just got there and then done. That was it.
Yeah, we're not going to let that happen. Absolutely not. We're still like I said, with Jim's been in. How long have you been in the band now, Jim?
Just about a year and a half now, I think. It's like last.
In this with, especially with Jim, we're just, like I said earlier, we're at the start of the journey, and we're coming to smash everything.
Yeah, it feels like I think for on both sides, with me joining the band, it feels like I feel energized by what's going on in the band, by the songwriting, by the opportunity, and I think correct me if I'm wrong, Dave, but I've come in with energy and experience in my own, and I think it's a great relationship we've got, and yeah, man, it's so sick.
It clicked so well, so perfectly, like instantly. Like I'll never forget the first rehearsal Jim came to. Like the first song, like I looked at the rest of the band, and there was just like a no and nod, and Jim went to the loo, and I was just like, yeah, that's our vocalist. I believe it was when you came back. I was like, so do you want to be our singer?
I love it when it just comes together like that.
It just clicked. The chemistry was perfect.
It was
That's
nice.
what you want to hear. All right, the format for this type of interview. So I asked you guys beforehand to think of 3 do's or don'ts, 3 do's and 3 don'ts that you either subscribe to or think others should subscribe to at a festival. Take it from any angle you want, as a band playing, as a general attendee, from a super serious perspective, or a very silly one. I don't mind at all. But I also, alongside it, I'm going to be chucking questions at you related to you and what we can expect next month at Bloodstock from you, and so on and so forth. Now, obviously got 2 of you, so do this however you want. But we're going to get started with 1 do and 1 don't of a festival. So the first part of it. So who wants to take that one away?
You go first, Jim.
I shall crack ahead. I think I'll start with a don't, to be honest. And I think this does apply. It applies if you're an attendee, if you're a band. and that's like, don't get absolutely messed up on the Thursday night,
Yeah.
or the Wednesday if you're going early this year. Like, don't. It's very easy to do that. It happened to me last year. Luckily it was like a day drinking episode, so I was all right when I woke up on the Friday to go see the bands. But like this year, we're playing. We have to remain professional. I don't want to touch a drop of booze until I'm off the stage. And to be fair, there's going to be stuff to do after we get off.
Mm.
It's making sure that you're enjoying yourself, but sensibly. You're going to be meeting loads of people. You want to perform amazingly. You don't want your body to feel naff. So like that's going to be the first for me, is don't get absolutely bollock steaming like on the first night, or probably throughout the festival. I think it's nice. It's nice to get on it at a festival, but like you're there for 3 days, and if you're getting old, it gets harder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Yep. I mean, I concur. It's something I say every single year, but it's also something that I've failed to adhere to as well. I think it's just the excitement, and you hit Thursday, you're down on Thursday, you're all set up, you crack open at first beer, maybe it's 3, 4 in the afternoon, and next thing you know, it's 9 o'clock and you've done 10.
I know you're saying this, and I'm gonna be there like at some point over the weekend, like away with it.
Yeah.
Just run around the camp in your underpants.
You know,
Yes, you will.
enjoy yourself. All right, what's the do then? What's the first do?
Go on, Dave.
Oh man, take sunscreen. As
Simple, right?
even if it says the weather's going to be shit, you're going to get sunburned.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
And it's
We got
England,
work.
innit? It's England, innit? So like one moment it can be cloudy, rainy and shit, and next thing you know, you get in the back of your neck burnt to shreds.
Exactly.
Yeah, even if it's like overcast, you still can get sunburned, innit? And like last year, again, this ties into the last thing, is when you get drunk, you forget to put the sunscreen on, and it's just like a vicious. 'Cause you get dehydrated and you feel rubbish, then you get sunstroke, and you're just like, what's going on? I think that's incredibly correct, Dave. Is you get that sunscreen on, protect yourself, because we got crisped up last year.
Yeah, it's happened to me too many times, and I won't let it happen again.
Were you guys there with the hot one a few years back
I
at
wasn't
Bloodstock?
there for that one, but my girlfriend was, and yeah, she said it was brutal. So yeah, I'm glad I avoided that to some extent.
No,
The hottest one I've done was I think it was Donington in 2006, maybe. Watching Strapping Young Lad, and it was like 33 degrees. I have never been. You could feel the heat from my arm like a foot away.
It's worth it for strapping though.
Oh yeah, for
I
sure.
wish I was there for that.
So was that still when it had the second stage or whatever it was on the tarmac area?
Yes, it was.
Fuck, that must have been baking then, that floor.
There was no reprieve from it. Nothing. Even the campsites, man. It was fucking brutal. I thought we were gonna die.
I used to go to Hellfest quite a lot because I'm from Jersey in the Channel Islands, so it was like the closest festival to get to, and it's France, so like
Yeah.
it'd be hot. It'd be hot there. It'd be really, really, really warm.
Yeah, I went to Hellfest in 2014, and it was so hot that they were misting the crowd with cannons, and you just had to sort of stand under it, and it was just the best thing ever.
Yeah. It's important, I think, is to look after yourself at a festival, isn't it? Because there's so many risks, and I sound old and I sound boring, but like, it's true. Because if you and again, when you get old, if you do one little thing wrong, it's gonna blow up somewhere else in your body.
Yeah.
Like either on the weekend, or you're gonna get back and you might have a few days off before you go back to work, but you're gonna go back to work and you're gonna be feeling like naff, and you've got to catch up with all your emails or whatever.
This is just sensible stuff, guaranteeing you'll have a better weekend overall. Don't go too hard and heavy on the first night, and stick some sunscreen on. That's it. Really, really simple. All right, let's jump into Bloodstock 2024 because obviously it's a huge, huge deal, and you got there by the Scottish metal to the masses. So let's talk a little bit about that journey. So I want to know why you chose to enter, and did you have any early expectations of getting not necessarily through, but doing well?
I think like we joined it for gigs. We did it's a fantastic opportunity, and I'd
Yeah.
encourage anybody who's listening or thinking about it or knows people that want to do it to do it, because like you go in, and I think we just went in with just this. We're just going to give it our best. Every show we do, we're going to give it our best, and through doing that, we've like it's definitely pushed us up. It's pushed our performances up and our planning and stuff like that. So I think we went in thinking we're just going to give it our all, and we're going to,
Mm.
like for me, I kind of hate the competitive aspect to it. I want all bands to play Bloodstock. You know what I mean? The thing you got to get from it is like you got to enjoy it. You got to have fun. It's like with anything,
Yeah.
like you got to have fun. Use it as an opportunity to make friends. You're going to be meeting people you can be play other gigs with and whatever. So like I think that's the attitude we went into it with. We did well. I don't know about you, Dave.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree. I'm not in competition with anybody. Hammers, I've never considered Hammer to be like we're better than this band. That to me is not why we do it.
Mm.
We saw it as a great networking opportunity to play with some killer bands that we not had the opportunity to play with. Maybe get some other gigs further afield out with that, and maybe have the opportunity to bring other bands from further afield to Edinburgh to play with us.
Yeah.
That was how I saw it.
Yeah,
Yeah, same as Jim. I wasn't in competition. I was like, if we get through, sick. If we don't, hey, we played some cool gigs with some cool people.
yeah.
Well, describe the moment, if you can, when you were announced as the winner.
I could have cried, man. Like,
Yeah.
without going too deep into it, I moved to Scotland just before I joined the band, and I went through some pretty rough times personally. I went through a divorce. I have some pretty like crappy mental health problems to deal with, and meeting these guys has just been it's been a lifesaver. Like Dave, Keith, Adam, Piot, the guys in the band are like they're just so good. And to do this with them and to like look back at the last year that's been tough to like be heading to Bloodstock this year is like it's amazing. And when we got told the news, it was just like overwhelming. It was so good. Like it was just so good.
Couldn't have said it better. I wanted to cry as well. I think the first thing I did was, well, I hugged my girlfriend, but then I think the first person I hugged after that was you, Jim.
Yeah, we just had a hug.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
Started screaming.
just overwhelmed. Like we, yeah, it was yeah. I just don't know how to describe it. You
Yeah.
had to be kind of thing.
It's difficult to process, right? Because ultimately, you have that elation and excitement and stuff like that, but then immediately afterwards, it has to become about business. Ultimately, you are playing a festival. There's a
Right.
lot of ins and outs of that, and as you will know, the New Blood stage runs like clockwork, and it's 30 minutes, and it'll be over before you even know it. And then there's all the elements around that that's going to keep you very, very busy. So I understand, like, enjoying the elation, but also you've got to then really focus on it. Speaking of which, then have you sorted your set list out?
Yeah, man. So that's like that was like the next bit after the literally the day after the final, you've got to send all your forms in and all your stuff through. And like I've really enjoyed getting stuck into like the admin side of the band. And you can probably
Mm,
ask Dave, I'm a bit of a taskmaster with the band. We have a Trello, we have a Kanban board, for doing all our stuff. And I was like, look, we've got to get the single done and like out a few weeks before Bloodstock. We've got to make sure that like we're using this as an opportunity. We've got to get the EPK sorted out. We've got to get a press release sorted out. We've got to do all this stuff like this. It's almost as if like the competition's over and now the real work begins. And then yeah, we've sorted out our set list. We've been smashing that every
yeah.
week, you know. And just again, it's using that to keep that momentum, going. And it's been like good. It's like
Yeah.
it's been a nice thing to have, you know, like I enjoy keeping busy as much as I can. And like I think for all of us it's been like it's just like, you know, we were working hard to get further and further up. We released our last single before the semi-final, and now it's like, right, guys, we're playing Bloodstock. We need to do this, and then it's like we're looking to record later in the year. We need to start getting this ready, and like everyone's been working together super well.
Hmm.
We've made sure we've, you know, taken time out to have conversations that we're all like comfortable with what's going on and sort of everything. So yeah, plenty of work to get prepared for. You know, it's 30-minute slot,
Yeah.
but there's so much that goes into it. And the team at Bloodstock, they've been incredible. Can't wait to like meet the guys there. They seem so professional, and it's exciting. Like being involved with something to that standard. It's cool.
Yeah. It's really cool. That's one thing I would say as like I hope not jumping the gun, but like as a piece of advice for bands that follow us. I feel like it'd be really easy to get caught up in the excitement of, yeah, we're playing Bloodstock, let's go and do this. Yeah. There is a shitload of admin stuff that comes on with it, and you have to be absolutely on top of it. And having Jim take care of the majority of that has been an absolute godsend.
I bet it's
Make
been a
life
team
easier.
effort.
It has been a team effort, yeah, absolutely. But you have been the driving force behind all of it. You've been the one to getting stuff done.
Because I mean, of course, it's not just Bloodstock. You mentioned already. Accelerator as well is another thing. Got to push very, very hard. Don't give the game away, so to speak. Don't run me down your set list for Bloodstock. But I presume the likes of Accelerator, you're planning to drop that live there. I would imagine, right?
100%.
Yeah, man. I don't think the set list is going to be that much of a surprise to like people who know us,
Yeah.
but we're getting the opportunity to play to a completely different audience. So yeah, you're going to hear Accelerate. You're going to hear our last single From Beyond as well, and just like all the songs that we feel represent us like as best as possible, the heaviest, the strongest stuff.
Absolutely.
Be cool as fuck. All right, let's go back to the do's and don'ts. Now, you did drop one already, Dave, just there. The do. Do you want to leave that as your do, or do you have another one?
I've not really been able to see my thing is I'm an old man, I'm old and bitter, and I'm sore. I'm not even camping this year. I'm going to be in a hotel.
Yeah, but that's there's nothing there's there's a stigma around that. It's like, oh, you're in a hotel, so you're old automatically now and stuff like that. Do what makes you comfortable.
Yeah, I need a bed and a shower. I just do.
Yeah. There you go.
Well, yeah, okay, that'll be my do then. Do get a hotel.
Yeah. If you're of a certain age, yeah, do get a hotel, or you got a bad back or shit like that. Just don't suffer the camping. Yeah.
Definitely.
All right then, Jim. Have you got a don't to match this up?
Try not to. I'd say don't. Try not to like stick in your comfort zones. Obviously, obviously you're going to a festival. It's holiday. You're there to have fun. But like, use it as an opportunity to maybe check out some bands you've not heard of before. Check out the stages. Check out all the different food that's there. Maybe make some new friends. Speak to people that you normally wouldn't. Don't. I mean, and I don't want to tell people what to do. And some people like having their way of doing things. I certainly do myself. But like, try not to, you know, have too much of a plan. Be prepared. If you were planning to, I don't know, go to bed like after the last band.
Yeah.
If there's something going on, go see what's going on. Meet some people and chat. Obviously, don't if it's overwhelming for you or whatever. Like within your limits, but try. Use it as it's a festival. You're there to have fun, but you can have a lot of fun if you say yes to more things. So don't peg yourself down to what you might be used to be if you've got the energy to do that.
Say yes to seeing Hammer on the Friday, playing the Friday of the festival, which is just putting it out there in case when we run into each other at the festival. But Friday also happens to be my actual 40th birthday, so I expect a beer with you there. But are you more importantly, are you kind of planning to sort of stick around the entire weekend to sort of experience the festival?
Yeah, man. Where the majority of us are camping. Like I think we're going to be in Jotunheim. We're going to be around. We're going to be there the whole weekend. Like for me, Bloodstock's awesome. Like I love it. Like you know, it's sick we're playing the Friday because then we get to just like chill the rest of the weekend and have a great time. So yeah, we will be about.
Yeah. There's a bunch of bands playing that I've not seen yet, and I want to. Like, I want to catch Opeth. Want to catch Whitechapel on the Saturday. Silosis. Yeah, there's going to just a bunch of cool bands I've not had a chance to see. Plus, getting to hang out with my bros and getting to hang out in VIP, which I've never gotten to do before.
Oh yeah, cool. Yes, of course. You got any have you got any busy press plans in the works already? Because ultimately that is an opportunity there. You talk about network, it's boring as shit, and networking and talking and all that and the VIP. Have you got much in the works yet?
Yeah, I mean, we got like little QR code business cards coming down with a link to our link tree on them. So if people want to check us out, so we'll have those. But yeah, like we've been trying to book, you know, speak to people ahead of it, you know, so we're not just turning up and just like wandering around like who do we...
I've seen plenty of
Yeah,
you guys doing that. It's always fun.
we'll do that. We probably will do that anyway. But yeah, trying to line things up before we get there. So I think we've already got like one interview planned like after our set, and you know we're trying to just again speak to as many people as possible, and speak to people at the festival.
Cool. There we
That's
go.
the great thing about gigs like this. From the business part of the band, networking is the most important thing you can do, in my opinion.
Just
And
like it's
Yeah,
fun as well. It's like fun just to like chat to people from different backgrounds. It's sick.
Yeah.
You meet some like seriously cool people and hear some cool stories.
yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite parts of the festival is just chatting with people.
Mm.
But alongside that, are you so this has come up a few times this year, seemingly more than ever, but I'm just intrigued to get what you're going to do here. Are you going to bring any merch for folks to buy? Because ultimately you will obviously get to put it up or get it potentially on display at the main merch area, but it's not always the most easiest kind of place to get, New Blood band merch and stuff like that. Basically, want to know if it's worth, trying to get one if you're there.
Yeah, I mean we will be bringing two shirts. We've got our the Accelerator shirt, which is that three
Yeah,
color shirt, and then we've got the just the black and white single color. And I can give you the prices straight up. You know, the t-shirt, the black and white one's gonna be £15, and the other one's gonna be £20. You know, like where the festival, to their credit, have made it very easy for us this year
good.
to get merch on. It's a flat rate fee you pay. They don't take anything out of it. So we're going in with the price. We haven't had to set our prices or anything. We're going in with the price we sell them at, like regular gigs. We're going to be bringing like 50 of each. We want to sell as much as possible, obviously. So I
Fantastic.
think if you're about and you want to pick one up, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Good to know. Okay, so New Blood stage is where you're at. Have you looked around at that stage and sort of seen bands that you're yourself quite excited to see playing, well, even the EMP stage as well? Do you have any recommendations that people
Also,
may not be aware of that you think should check out on those two stages?
check out Disposable. They're our gig
Of
brothers from it.
course.
Yeah.
Our BFFs, as they would say. Love you guys. Definitely check those guys out. Who else? I'm sure
We
there's
got
others.
Gallagate Murders
Murders on the
and
Scottish
She
band. Burns
She
Red.
Burns Red.
Yeah, She Burns Red are on the EMP stage. I'm not sure where
I
Gallagher.
think Gallagate are on the EMP as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, the
Yeah, yeah.
Sunday, I think, yeah.
There are some sick bands on both
Yeah.
stages.
Okay.
For me, if you really love like that sort of entombed like old school death metal sound, you got to go see Yersin. We played with them a
Hmm.
few months ago. They are relentlessly good. They are so good. It's only like a three or a four piece. There's there's only one guitarist, but they just sound so thick. So I can't wait to see them again. You've also got Goblin Smoker as well. I think are on the same day as them. They're relentlessly good. They are.
Mm.
Like they got some riffs like really weedy, sort of like stoner doom, but like heavy. Uh, and then yeah, like on like our stage, yeah, Disposable. You got like Hellbearer. Um, there's like so many
There's a
bands who,
bunch.
yeah, there's like so many bands who I keep seeing popping up, and it's cool because like we've been talking to each other. You know, like people will message us on like TikTok or Instagram and be like, oh, what day are you guys playing? We're playing as well. So I'm really looking forward to like meeting people. I wish I had like
Mhm.
written down a list of names of other bands because there's so many I've spoken to where I'm like, I can't wait to hear them. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like it's such a good festival. Obviously, there's the main stages and the Sophie are pretty damn stacked, but there are so many bands on the EMP and the New Blood stage that I would happily go if it was just those bands playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I urge folks, I'm sure you'd agree with me here. You've got nothing going on the main stage, you've got nothing going on the sofa, you're standing and chilling, you've got a beer in your hand, and you look to your left or right, depending upon where you're standing, and there is the New Blood stage, and you think, hey, I'll poke my head in there. Do. You may end up discovering your next favorite band. It's as simple as that. Poke your head in a couple of times the weekend if you can, and who knows what you'll find. The discovery.
Yeah.
It's always fantastic.
I mean, they had Moon Reaper on the New
Yeah.
Blood stage last year, and they're coming back this year and playing the Sophie stage, and they're
Mm.
sick. You know, like
Yeah.
this is the thing. Like you just get to like wander in if there's nothing else going, and you can just see some sick riffs. Like it's
That's
such a
it.
cool opportunity. It's like the Spotify Discover playlist for the stage.
I like that. I like that. As we've established, gents, Bloodstock's a high point for you. Of course it is. We've not quite got there, but it'll be guaranteed a high point. But of course, it's all about what comes after. So, can you give me some insight into what the rest of 2024 might look like and what you might be aiming to achieve as we move into 2025?
Well, we've got it's the weekend after Bloodstock, isn't it, Jim?
Mm,
Yeah, we're playing the Dog Tire 20th anniversary show.
Nice.
Our drummer Keith's other band, Dog Tire, previously played on the New Blood stage.
Yep.
There's a couple of things, but I can't remember what has been announced and what hasn't. So I'm not.
Ah,
yeah,
right. So you want to
yeah.
dance around it? Yep.
We got
Yeah,
a few
I
shows.
think that we're going to be recording our next EP towards the end of the year. So that's going to be. I'm anticipating it, so you guys should too.
Okay.
What Jim, you were saying?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think for us, there's a couple of dates we've got booked for the rest of the year, but I think the main thing we want to concentrate on is getting a slab of new material down. We've released a couple of we will be releasing a new one, so that's a couple of singles out. But yeah, we've got we keep calling it an EP, but it may become an album because it's quite a heft of material. I think pushing into 25, we wanna get outside of Scotland more,
Mhm.
further south. Just keep meeting new people, keep taking on gigs, and just pushing our performances, improving the quality of our like stuff outside the music, the PR, the marketing and stuff. Just pulling that up. You know, it would be neat to potentially look at distribution or some sort of like sorting something out with a smaller label just so we could
Mhm.
potentially improve our reach. But before you do anything like that, you've got to prove that you've got something worthwhile doing. So we need to keep
Yeah.
building, and I hate to say it, the brand. We just need to keep building what Hammer is, spreading the word, and we can't do that without playing more gigs and good gigs as well. So yeah, it's just onwards and upwards, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
And I haven't played Bloodstock 2024, and your CV is not going to do you any harm either. Okay, last one then. Final do and don't. One more do and one don't of a festival. Help me out.
I would say do go and watch the bin jousting because it's friggin' hilarious.
Oh, right. Are you an old school gorilla bid joust? Or are you talking about doing it the proper, official, safe way they're going to do it this year?
Well, I mean, I'm from back in the day of Bloodstock. It was up the middle of the I can't remember the name of the campsite now. It's the one on the right when you go into the main gate. But I was there for the sort of the early days of bin jousting. But they're doing it officially now, so still go and check it out because it's still absolutely hilarious to watch.
Cool. All right, Jim, that leaves you with the don't. One don't.
I've been bringing the don'ts today. I feel awfully negative.
No, you can twist it positively, perhaps.
Exactly. Don't forget to budget. Like, like make sure you're leaving Bloodstock with enough money to buy like food. You know, like don't spend all your money. Don't feel like you have to buy a band merch or a Bloodstock bit of merch just because it's cool.
Yeah.
You got to make sure that you can pay your bills and live comfortably because it's happening at the beginning of the month. So, I mean, I get paid on the 25th of each month, so it's going to be a long stretch from
Yeah.
the next paycheck to the next one. So, just do a bit of budget management and set yourself aside some money. I mean, I say this again, I will probably get to the end of the weekend and be like, good God,
Yeah.
I've spent all my money on getting absolutely steaming and making a fool of myself.
That's all right. I've made that mistake many a time.
But yeah, don't spend all your money. But I think
But
the
if you are
ultimate
going
benefit.
to,
Nah, go on.
I was gonna say, well, if you are going to spend any of your money, 15, 20 quid on a Hammer t-shirt won't go amiss, right?
Yeah. Don't put yourself into some sort of remortgaging crisis by doing it though. I don't want that on my shoulders.
Fair. But hell, if you can't even do that, just make sure you pop along to the New Blood stage on the Friday of the festival to check them out. Go and get hammered with Hammer. I thought that was the best thing I wrote on all these questions last night when I came up with that pun. So I was getting it in there because it's so obviously original. I can't wait to see you. It's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you guys. Thank you so much for doing this.
Dude, thank you. Yeah, thank you for having us. And again, it'd be lovely to see you on the day, buy you a beer. And anyone else that's gonna listen or watch this, like if you see us about, like just come over for a chat. It'd be sick. Like I'd love to just meet as many cool people as possible. I'm into like all sorts of nerd stuff. I will literally listen to anything if you're passionate about it. Just come and talk to me about spreadsheets if you have to.
Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to see more content like this, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It is gratefully appreciated. You can find us over at gbhbl.com, our full website where reviews, news and so much more goes up daily. We're also on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, at GBHBL. Just search for GBHBL and you will find us out there. We also have merchandise on sale. You can access the shop via the website.